This is Jack from To Fluency, and I am back with an English lesson here on YouTube or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you are watching or listening to this. Today we're going to talk about 10 English idioms about time. And not only will you understand what they mean, but you'll also listen to some examples so you can better understand them and how to use them. And we'll do so in a way where you can practice your English listening. If you are new to the channel or the podcast, be sure to subscribe, share this with your friends, and then check out the description for some really useful English learning resources so that you can take your English to the next level. Now, with that out of the way, let's go into number one. Number one is time flies. And more specifically, you'll hear this when people say, time flies when you're having fun. Time flies when you're having fun. And this is one of the most popular idioms about time. It means that time seems to move quickly when you are enjoying yourself. So imagine this. You're having a great time at a party, laughing, chatting with friends and dancing. Suddenly, you check your watch or your phone and realize it's already midnight. You say, wow, time flies when you're having fun. Time flies when you're having fun. Think of a time when hours felt like minutes. Was it during a holiday? Was it when you were playing a sport? Or maybe when you had a fantastic conversation with somebody. In that moment, time was flying. And you could say time flies when you're having fun. Number two is killing time. Killing time. Now, we use this idiom when we're spending time doing something unimportant while waiting for something else. For example, I was at the airport 3 hours early, so I just walked around the shops to kill time. So kill time is to do something that isn't the main focus of what you want to be doing. But it's when you're waiting at the doctor's office, you're waiting for a friend to show up somewhere, so you kill time doing something else. What is your go-to activity for killing time? What do you normally do when you kill time? Maybe it's scrolling on your phone, which is very popular, listening to music, or something that I like to do, people watching. Just watching people do things wherever you are. It's a simple idiom, but one you'll find yourself using often. Number three is time is money. Time is money. This idiom emphasizes that time is valuable, just like money. And if you waste time, it's like wasting money. And this is often used in situations where the person is focused on business. They have a business mindset, and they're always wanting to be doing something productive with their time. For example, you might hear someone say, come on, let's not sit around all day. Time is money. Let's not sit around all day. Time is money. So it's particularly useful in business settings. And I like this one because it's simple and it reminds us to use our time wisely. The next one is on borrowed time. On borrowed time. And this is used for situations or things that aren't expected to last much longer. For example, this will help you. The old laptop is running on borrowed time. This old laptop is running on borrowed time because it's slow. You hear the fan every time you use it. It crashes every few hours. And think of something in your life that's on borrowed time. Maybe an old car or even a job you're ready to leave. In the nick of time. This is the next one. In the nick of time. And this idiom is used when something happens just before it's too late. So it happens just before it's too late. For example, we made it to the train station in the nick of time. 2 minutes later, and we would have missed it. Now, I made a lesson on should have, would have, could have. I'll link to that in the description. But in the nick of time is this idiom. We made it to the train station in the nick of time. So a question for you is, can you think of a moment when you arrived or finished something at the very last second? So maybe you arrived to a job interview in the nick of time, or you finished your report for work just in the nick of time. And these are usually stressful situations, but they make for really good stories later. Before the next one, just a reminder, check the description because I'm going to list these idioms for you so you can read them. And then also check the description for English learning resources. So I'm going to link to some useful courses and books and things like that for you. The next one, time of your life. Time of your life. I love this one. So this idiom is used to describe an amazing, unforgettable experience. For example, we had the time of our lives at the beach last summer. We had the time of our lives at the beach last summer. And in the present continuous, you might say, I'm having the time of my life. This vacation is incredible. I'm having the time of my life. So what's been the time of your life so far? Write it down and practice saying this phrase. And it's great for sharing exciting memories with friends. So to think about it in the past, we had the time of our lives. We had the time of our lives. The next one is better late than never. And it's used with that intonation, better late than never. So we use this to say that doing something late is better than not doing it at all. So doing something late is better than not doing it at all. For example, he finally showed up to the meeting. Better late than never. So he finally showed up to the meeting. He finally got to the meeting, which is better late than never. So it's better to do that than doing nothing at all. So think about something you've done recently that took longer than expected, but it was still worth doing. And this idiom is a great way to stay positive. We have 3 more left, so stay with me until the end of the lesson. The next one is against the clock. Against the clock. And this idiom describes a situation where you're rushing to finish something before a deadline or before time runs out. Before we talked about in the nick of time, do you remember that one? This one is similar, but listen to this example. We were working against the clock to finish the project before the big meeting. We were working against the clock. So we tend to talk about this one in the present continuous. Working against the clock to get this done. We're working against the clock to get this done. And again, this is probably more used in business settings and also in school or university settings. So imagine this. You've got an exam tomorrow and you haven't even started studying. That feeling of urgency. Oh, I have to get this done. I don't have a lot of time. That's working against the clock. The next one is make up for lost time. And I like this one a lot. And this idiom means trying to do something quickly or intensively because you've wasted or missed time earlier. We didn't see each other for years, so now we're spending every weekend together to make up for lost time. We're spending every weekend together to make up for lost time. So think about a project or friendship where you've fallen behind. You haven't done this project recently, you haven't seen a friend for a while. When you finally focus your energy on this, you're making up for lost time. This often has an emotional aspect to it, like reconnecting with loved ones or catching up on something meaningful. Is there anything in your life that you'd like to make up for lost time on? Maybe learning English, maybe watching my videos, or spending more time with family. And then the last one, you've done it. The last one, number 10, time will tell. Time will tell. This means that only time can reveal the outcome of a situation. Only time can reveal the outcome of a situation. For example, I don't know if this new policy will work, but time will tell. I don't know if the new policy will work, but time will tell. It's a great way to express patience or uncertainty about the future. Maybe you've started a new hobby like playing the guitar. Will you become a master of the guitar? Time will tell. You're uncertain and you have to be patient about it. Those are the 10 idioms, and they're not just expressions, but they are tools to help you connect with others and express yourself more naturally. So to master these, take this lesson again, write them down as you listen to them, and then think of some examples in your life that you can use to use these idioms. Before you go, be sure to click the like button on this lesson, share it with a friend, subscribe if you are new, and then watch some more lessons on the channel. And also look at the description for some helpful tips for learning English and some great resources for you. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.